between the visiting Geneva Redwings and your Jamestown Tarp Skunks.
Swinging, there's a drive into left center field. That one is way back and it hits the base of the wall. 2 runs are going to score. Rounding third and heading to the plate. Here comes the throw. Maldonado is in. Ball gets behind Skaggs. Moving to third is Leo Doyle. A 3-run double, and it is now 8-4 Tarp Skunks.
So 3-1 count, Tarp Skunks fans making themselves known. Blandino comes set, and the 3-1 pitch. Call ball 4, and that is the ball game. Harpolani will come to home, and it is a walk-off walk for Steven Scarf.
necessarily know because Sebastianelli had that one beat as the pitch takes a bad hop. Scoring is Juwan, and the Tarp Skunks score 2 in the 9th to beat Auburn 4-3. Walk it off, Austin Matranga. It is a beautiful day for baseball here in Russell E. Diethrick Park in Jamestown, New York, as the Geneva Redwings come into town to take on the Jamestown Tarp Skunks. Hello again, everyone. My name's Dre Guinness alongside Matty G. And Matty, I mean, we can't say it enough. This is a can't-lose game.
Yeah, we can't. You can say it time and time and time again until we're blue in the face. You can be a broken record. Every phrase that you can come up with comes into play right here, right now. I mean, you're coming into the game 16-20, going up against the Geneva Redwings, who are hot on your tail at 13-18. At this point, you're just trying to fight for that last playoff spot. Because, you've been too far up, too far down, and the downs are what are killing you right now. And you look at the scenario, this is the biggest can't-lose game of the entire season because of the fact that if you lose this game, you could possibly lose the playoff spot from the hands of the people that took it from you that tonight, should you end up losing this game. And on a huge day as well with the strikeout cancer night.
Yeah, Geneva coming in at 13-18, 12 games back out of first place. Jamestown 16-20, 11.5 back, so only a half a game separating these two teams. And Geneva is coming in with a little momentum. They beat Auburn yesterday by a final score of 9-8. This week after the incredible win against Batavia, Thursday and Friday did not go as planned. As on Thursday, a 5-4 loss in 10 innings to the Newark Pilots. The Skunks tying it up in the 9th inning and unable to get anything going in the 10th. For Newark, it was just a bunt and a base hit, and that was all she wrote. 9-7 loss to Niagara Falls, who has been playing extremely hot baseball as of late. Momentum is definitely not on the Tarp Skunks side tonight. However, it is a special night at the ballpark. It is Strikeout Cancer Night. Money to be raised for the Italian American Charity Golf Association and the Charity Committee, donating all of that money to local causes. As a matter of fact, the money that was raised just from the pre-sales of the raffle tickets helped purchase a new mammogram machine here in Jamestown, I believe at the Women's Center. I will have to double check that. But going into today, we've raised over $2,000 for this cause, and $2 out of every ticket today goes to that cause, and you can continue on, donate, come down to the ballpark, enjoy some climatic baseball, and support an amazing cause.
It's going to be a great game. I mean, there's multiple things to be proud of on every side of the field, on and off. I mean, you look at off the field with as you said, the amount of money that was raised, but also on the field, hopefully these jerseys and this cause will light a fire under the Skunks today to try and propel them to a victory here that they absolutely need to keep themselves in the playoff hunt, because that's exactly what we're looking at. You only have 1 week of regular season gameplay left. I mean, this is going to only be the second to last time that you are going to hear Dre or myself this regular season, because the only other home game is next Friday. So you have to be looking at playoffs. You have to be looking at where you're standing right now. Go and get these wins, go and get your playoff spot, earn them, and make sure that you come out on top, especially tonight.
It is going to be a tough ball game, and at this point, we've talked about everything that there is to talk about up to this season. Tonight, there is no special build. There is no lead up. Obviously, yes, strikeout cancer game. That is very important. The game that's going to be on the field, I don't think anything more can be said. The stakes are there. Everybody knows what is at stake tonight. And, the only thing left to do is go out there and actually win the game.
So let's take a look at the starting lineups that are going to actually be trying to win the game. Starting out with the opposing Geneva Redwings. Batting first, playing second base, Colin Boyd. Batting second, the extra hitter tonight, John Lewis. Batting third, playing right field, Matt Jennings. Zach Butler, the designated hitter, will bat cleanup. In the 5-hole will be Joe Tiroli at third base. Batting sixth, Aiden Alsobrooks at center field. The left fielder, Braden Kessel, will bat seventh. Cooper Loyal, the shortstop, will bat eighth. Ryan Grace, the first baseman, will bat ninth. And then batting 10th, the catcher, Owen Arias. On the mound for the Geneva Red Wings will be Carter Fink. Fink making his sixth start with a 1-2 record, 4.83 ERA in 22 1/3 innings of work, 9 walks, 33 strikeouts. Now to take a look at the starting lineup for the Jamestown Tarp Skunks in this can't-lose scenario. Leading off and playing second base will be Austin Matranga. The catcher, Henry Juwan, will bat second. Kobe Jones in the 3-hole playing left field. Batting fourth, Bobby Stang playing first base. Aiden Wallace, the extra hitter, will bat fifth. The designated hitter, Shaniel Maldonado, will bat sixth. Leo Doyle at center field will bat seventh. The 8-hole will be Steven Scarfone in right. Connor Kiefer playing third base, batting ninth. And then batting 10th, playing shortstop, Nigel Sebastianelli. On the mound for the Jamestown Tarp Skunks tonight will be Austin Kalsick. Austin Kalsick making his second start on the season. I believe you said his 7th appearance in total. Coming in with an 0-1 record, 15 2/3 innings of work, an 8.04 ERA, 14 walks to 15 strikeouts. Hopefully that is the recipe necessary on the field to give the Jamestown Tarp Skunks their next W in the column. And so, I mean, as we've said, there is no buildup today. This is strictly business. This is business as necessary. You need to come out with a win today. This is the team that is to bring it to you while they come out in their pink strikeout cancer jerseys that are going to be raffled off towards the end of this game. And you know what? You got to remain hopeful, Dre. You got to remain hopeful.
Yeah. You have to keep the faith, and I'm right here for it. But it has been a up and down season, and we've had our downs. Hopefully, we have our ups as we step away for the playing of our national anthem.
And so, on a beautiful Saturday evening. The weather, great, 76 degrees, a light breeze pulling in towards the home plate, and barely any clouds in sight, no chance of rain. It's a great day for Tarp Skunks baseball, so let's make sure it stays that way. As Austin Kalsick makes his warm-ups go underway, we will take a look at the Tarp Skunks defensive lineup once again for the strikeout cancer game. Left field, Kobe Jones. Center field, Leo Doyle. Right field, Steven Scarfone. Third base, Connor Kiefer. Shortstop, Nigel Sebastianelli. Second base, Austin Matranga. First base, Bobby Stang. Behind the dish, Henry Juwan. That is the team that will surround Austin Kalsick. Batting order for the Geneva Redwings as we are ready to get underway. Colin Boyd, John Lewis, Matt Jennings, Zach Butler, should we get there, are the 1, 2, 3, 4 hitters. And the man that will take you the first couple of innings as the pink bases and the pink mound are on their way, ready to be used. It's the legendary GRE, Dre Guinness.
All right, Matty G, thank you very much. As a beautiful day for baseball at the ballpark, as right now overhead absolutely no clouds. 75 degrees, slight wind coming out of left field going into right. As the throw down to second. And we are set for Tarp Skunks baseball. An absolute must win, and our home plate umpire brushing off the pink plate, and we will talk about that, I'm sure, at some point rather soon as Colin Boyd steps in for the Geneva Redwings. The second baseman, left-handed hitter, standing in, batting .224 on the season, 6 RBIs, and the first pitch of the ball game is taken for a strike. 0-1 the count early on. Kalsick, 14 walks, 15 strikeouts on the season, so pretty even there as that pitch outside for a ball, 1-1. And the pitch. There's a line drive over the head of Sebastianelli at short into the center field. That is a leadoff base hit, and that is how this game gets started.
And, you know, I look at what they're doing. I love what they did for the strikeout cancer game, obviously painting all of the bases, home plate, and the pitcher's mound pink. But you got to question. The umpires are used to the bases being white. Is that going to help or hinder them in any way? Because that pink from this angle looks relatively similar to the brown on the ground.
Kalsick ready to deliver to John Lewis, the extra hitter, as that ball misses for a ball, 1-0. I think that it actually will help the umpire, but hurt the pitchers a little bit, because with the umpire, you can see the white flash going over the pink plate a lot better than you can see white on white. For the pitchers, they may have a hard time looking at the plate, so they're going to have to rely extra on their catcher to set the target, as that pitch catches the outside corner for a strike. 1-1 the count.
Yeah, but not only that, but you look at the bases on the field. The field is always sprayed down with a hose to make sure that it's not like sand once the game gets underway.
That pitch misses high for a ball, 2-1.
And you look at that, and that pink looks really close to that dark brown. So could that hinder the base umpire at all?
I mean, that is a possibility. That is because the base umpire has to move around the field a lot. Runner goes, pitch taken low for a ball, throw down to second is in time, but Boyd able to avoid the tag and is in with a stolen base.
And, you can hear the Tarp Skunks fans showing their disapproval. There are a lot of people here tonight, so the voices of the crowd echoing throughout Russell E. Diethrick Jr. Park. But unfortunately, you are right. I have to give it to the base umpire there. as, you know, the throw down by Henry Juwan was just a little offline.
3-1 pitch inside for a ball. So Lewis aboard with the walk, 2 on now. And that is going to bring up the right fielder, Matt Jennings. Jennings, a .395 hitter, 19 RBI. So probably the most dangerous hitter on the Red Wings lineup here tonight. Kalsik's first pitch. It's taken on the inside corner for a strike. 0-1 the count. Butler on deck.
Stang playing on the grass, looking to avoid the possible bunt play.
Runners take their lead. Kalsik checking Boyd at second, and the pitch. There's a ground ball to short. That could be 2. No! Going to third is Sebastianelli to Kiefer to get the lead runner. A heads-up play. 1 away. There are still two on, though. But a heads-up play to get the lead runner for the first out.
Yeah, that is a very smart play by Nigel Sebastianelli. With the way he picked up that ball on the backhand, momentum was already pulling him towards third. So he knew that the quicker play to get the ball out of his hands was to go to the lead runner at third base rather than stop his momentum, turn around, and then make a throw over to second to try and pull off the double play. Well done there by Sebastianelli.
So that is going to bring up the designated hitter, Zach Butler, who takes a strike. On the outside corner, 0-1 to Butler. Butler, .213 on the season, 8 RBIs. Stang playing behind the runner at first. Outfield playing a little shallow but straight away as that pitch misses low for a ball, 1-1. And this is going to be Kalsik's game for a while. If you looked at the player lineups for the national anthem, there is not a lot of depth available. As there's a line drive into left field, that is going to be a base hit and score Lewis. The throw goes to home. Jennings stops at second, and Geneva quickly up 1-0.
Yeah, unfortunately, those little line flares over the Kings needs in order to cross third base and then cross home plate.
As Joe Tiroli stands in, third baseman pops up to the outfield. Scarfone under it, makes the catch, runner tags, here comes the throw, and it, almost cut off by Sebastianelli, who would have had Jennings dead to right. But as it is, a fly out, and there are 2 away.
Not a bad attempt by Nigel Sebastianelli there. I got to say, though, you got to cut him a little bit of slack as you do have a base runner sliding in right next to you. You know, that's going to distract you at least a little bit because not only do you want to catch the ball, but at the same time, you'd rather not get trucked by a sliding base runner in any way, shape, or form.
No, absolutely, yeah. In no way was I intending to give him any static or whatever. I thought that was a gutsy play. As Aiden Alsobrook steps in, the center fielder, left-handed batter, hitting .232 on the season, 18 RBI. Looking at a 1-0 count. 2 away here, top of the first inning. As that pitch hits the corner for a strike, 1-1. So Jennings at second, Butler at first. They take their lead. Infield playing straight away. Outfield straight away, except Doyle and Scarfone are a little shallow as that one is swung on and missed. 1-2 the count.
Scarfone did walk back on that swing. He recognized that the hitter, also Brooks, was very early on that swing, so he took a step back knowing that if the ball was hit, it would most likely be heading his direction if he remained early.
So 1-2 the count. And the pitch. That just missed on the inside corner, 2-2. Kalsick looking in, getting the sign. Now gets what he likes. Checks back at second. And the pitch. There's a little flare into center field. That one is going to be caught by Leo Doyle, and the side is retired. 1 run on 2 hits. 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the first inning. 1-0 Geneva.
Support for our coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you by Plyler Entry Systems in Jamestown. Plyler Entry Systems has been serving the area since 1967. They are a proud member of the Builders Association of Northwestern Pennsylvania, the Manufacturer and Business Association, and the International Door Association. They offer a wide variety of products from a number of major manufacturers within the industry. When it comes to doors, they are the experts. Plyler Entry Systems is the proud sponsor of Whiffy, the Jamestown Tarp Skunks official mascot. To learn more about Plyler Entry Systems, call 716-296-0595 or visit plylerentry.com. As the Geneva Redwings take the field for the bottom of the first inning, we will take a look at who they brought out. From left to right field in the outfield, it is going to be Braden Kessel, Aiden Alsobrooks, as well as Matt Jennings. From left to right in the infield, you're going to have Joe Tiroli, Cooper Loyal, Colin Boyd, and Ryan Grace. Behind the dish, Owen Arias, and then on the mound, Carter Fink. Carter Fink making his 6th start of the season, 1-2 record of 4.83 ERA through 22 1/3 innings pitched, 9 walks to 33 strikeouts. That is a very, very massive ratio right there that could possibly prove useful for him in today's game. The batting lineup for the Jamestown Tarp Skunks in the bottom of the first inning is going to be Austin Matranga, Henry Juwan, Kobe Jones, and then Bobby Stang, should we get there. And here to tell you all about the bottom of the first inning, it's Mr. Trey Guinness.
All right, Maddie, thank you very much. As we do head to the bottom of the first inning, Austin Matranga, Henry Juwan, and Kobe Jones due up. For Matranga, left-handed hitter, batting .296, 7 RBI on the season. He's done well to get that average up close to 300 as we march toward the end of the summer season. And the first pitch from Fink is a foul.
Heads up.
Make sure everyone is okay as that one sliced off into the fans on the left-hand side. So 0-1 the count. And the pitch. That ball missed. 1-1 the count. Swing and a foul. That one's going to go out of play. And it is now 1-2. Hey. 1-2 the count. That one taken high for ball, 2-2. So Matranga with a couple of foul balls, a little late as he sliced them off to the left, and the pitch just misses on the outside for a ball, 3-2. As that pitch grounded to second, Boyd has it. Flip on to first, and that is out number 1.
Now back to Jamestown, the pitcher for Williams College, number 6, Henry Juwan.
As Henry Juwan stands in, batting .338 on the season, 10 RBI. as the first pitch misses. 1-0 the count. And the pitch. Swinging, there's a shot toward the Red Wing bullpen. And a foul ball, 1-1.
Juwan coming into this game with a .338 batting average. If I recall, that is the new #1 leader for the Skunks.
It is. There's a ball that goes off the glove of Fink. Boyd can't pick it up, and Juwan should have an infield single.
It all depends on whether or not they're going to call that a fielding error by Colin Boyd off the glove of Cooper Fink.
I don't think they could call that an error on Boyd because the ball glanced off the glove. At that point, you can't really make it. Well, I mean, you can. I don't know. That's a tough call.
We'll see what the board gives it a little bit later.
As the first pitch to Kobe Jones taken for a strike.
And they are indeed awarding it as a fielding error by Colin Boyd. They're making it an E4.
And that pitch cut on and missed quickly. 0-2 to Kobe Jones. Coming in hitting .314 with 10 RBIs. Finds himself down 0-2 quickly here. And the pitch outside for a ball, 1-2. Juwan takes his lead and the pitch. Swinging, there's a ground ball in front of Juwan, stabbed by Boyd, throw on to first just in time. Much to the dismay of the Tarp Skunks fans here. It was close, but there are two away for Bobby Stang.
And you got to give props to Colin Boyd over there. He's had every single ball that has been hit has gone his direction. He's going to get in a ton of action over there here in the bottom of the first inning. And that running grab and the throw on the spin on the run, that's just something you got to hold your cap to.
First pitch to Stang, taken on the inside corner for a strike. 0-1 the count. Bobby hitting .333 on the season, 17 RBI. Looking to make it number 18 here as that pitch taken inside for a ball, 1-1. Aiden Wallace on decks. He would be next. Juwan leads off second and the pitch. That one just misses on the outside, 2-1. And 2-1. Fouled at the plate. 2-2 now. Count is even, and Stang finds himself with his back against the wall here. Boyd not really guarding Juwan at second base. As Fink looks in, gets the sign. And the 2-2. There's a weak ground ball to third, picked up by Tiroli, throw on to first. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, one runner left on base. We go to the top of the second inning. 1-0 Geneva.
They are a member of the Builders Association of Northwest and Pennsylvania, the Manufacturing Business Association, and the International Door Association. They offer a wide variety of products from a number of major manufacturers within the industry. When it comes to doors, they are the experts.
So Austin Kalsick comes out for his second inning of work. He is just about ready to get going here in the top of the second. Batting order for the Geneva Redwings is going to be 7, 8, 9. Braden Kessel, Cooper Loyal, Ryan Grace. So the 7, 8, 9 hitters due up for the Geneva Redwings here in the top of the second. Current score 1-0. Here's Mr. Dre Guinness.
As we start the top of the second inning, Braden Kessel standing in, left-handed hitter, or right-handed hitter playing left field, batting .263 on the season. And Kalsick's first pitch. And apparently that hit may be a hanging thread off of Kessel, because that did not look like that hit him at all. But a hit by pitch puts the leadoff batter aboard, and that is going to bring up the shortstop, Cooper Loyal. First pitch grounded to third, foul. 0-1.
And Cooper Loyal almost with an illegal batting stance. If you look very closely, his back foot is standing on the line of the back of the batter's box.
Trying to allow himself as much possible time to see the ball coming into the zone. But yeah, if that back foot just crossed over the line into out of territory, as that ball gets behind Juan and heading down to second base goes Braden Kessel. If he were to take maybe another inch step back, then that he would definitely be illegal. Right now he is as close to crossing the line as you can get without actually crossing it. Oh, right. Actually, you know what? Right now, his foot is out of the box. As a quick check to second. Kessel not going anywhere for the moment. Still 1-1 the count. And the pitch. Way outside, gets behind Juan, and that's going to be another free pass. Two wild pitches here to Loyal. The count's 2-1 with a runner at third. Nobody out here in the top of the second inning with the Tarp Skunks trailing 1-0. Kessel taking his lead from third, and the pitch. There's a drive into right field. Scarfone can't make the play off the heel of his glove. The run's going to score into second base. Goes Loyal, and an RBI double. Well, that might be scored in air too.
Yeah, it was a tricky play for Scarfone, making that grab on the run. His entire arm was outstretched. He actually overran it slightly, which is why the ball went in and out of his glove. It hit the palm of said glove. They are going to award that a hit. And, you know, it's just a tricky play for Scarfone out there that, you know, not everyone's going to make as often as you might think.
As Ryan Grace takes his first pitch for a ball, 1-0. Oh, it was a strike. I didn't see the umpire make his thing. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count to Grace.
Grace way out on his front foot on that. Coming into this game, batting .200 on the season with 11 RBIs to his credit.
And the pitch. Misses in for a ball. 1-2 the count. Loyal off second. 2-0 Americans here in the top of the second inning. And the pitch. Swinging. There's a line drive that is caught. Or not caught. It's hard to tell because Kiefer and Sebastianelli crossed over each other. Sebastianelli ended up with it, I guess, on the short hop. And was able to throw out Grace at first and keep Loyal at second. So one away here for Owen Arias.
no matter what had happened there, whether it was caught, not caught, throw to first, not throw to first, Loyal wasn't going anywhere at second base, so no matter what, it would have been the same result.
So 1 away now for the catcher Arias. So he takes a strike, batting 103 on the season. That's at $1.03. Does have 3 RBI. And the pitch inside for a ball, 1-1. One and 1 the count. And the pitch. That ball high for a ball, 2-1 now. Kelsick looking in. And the pitch. There's a base hit into center field. Doyle has problems coming up with it, so coming around to score is Loyal. And a RBI single for Arias, his 4th RBI on the season, and it's 3-0.
Second base, number 16, Colin Boyd.
As we go back to the top of the lineup for Colin Boyd. Left-handed batter. Singled his first time up. And the first pitch. There's a high fly ball into center field. Doyle underneath it, and he makes the catch for the second out. One pitch was all Colin Boyd saw, and that's going to bring up John Lewis now with 2 away. Lewis walked and scored back in the first inning. As Arias leads off first, Geneva up 3-0. And the pitch. Taken on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 the count. And the 0-1. Inside for a ball, 1-1. Three runs, 4 hits, 1 error for the Red Wings. Nothing doing for the Skunks here so far. And the pitch. Taken on the inside corner for a strike. 1-2 the count. So Lewis in a hole here. Kalsick checks the runner. And the 1-2. Chopper foul at the plate. And we will do 1-2 all over again. So nice, we'll do it twice. Kalsick kicks and throws. There's a high pop-up. Foul territory, third base side. Jones comes over and puts it away for the final out. Side retired. 2 runs on 2 hits. 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the second inning. 3-0 Geneva.
Support for our coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you by the Davies Investment Group in Painted Post, New York. In a world filled with financial choices, finding the right path can be daunting. But fear not, because the Davies Investment Group of Benjamin F. Edwards is here to guide you every step of the way. With over a century of combined experience, this dedicated team is committed to helping you achieve your financial goals. They take the time to understand your unique needs and aspirations, crafting personalized strategies designed to grow and protect your wealth. But they don't stop there. They collaborate with your trusted advisors to ensure a comprehensive approach tailored specifically to you. When it comes to your financial future, trust the experts from the Davies Investment Group of Benjamin F. Edwards. Contact Davies Investment Group today at daviesinvestmentgroup.com or visit them at 310 Town Center Road, Suite 201, Painted Post, New York, 14870. Davies Investment Group, member SIPC.
Good catch, no good throw there, though. Let's see the final one. Oh, no good make that grab, but that's okay. We'll still give you a prize. Jamestown, give a round of applause. That was a close to the pin drop. Jimmy, back on up to you.
So Carter Fink comes out for his second inning of work here in the bottom of the second inning, as the score is now 3-0 Geneva. The batting order for the Tarp Skunks is going to be 5, 6, 7. Aiden Wallace, Shaniel Maldonado, and Leo Doyle. Now here to tell you all about the bottom of the second as Aiden Wallace steps into the box. It's Trey Guinness, everybody.
All right, Matt, thank you very much. As we head to the bottom of the second inning now, Aiden Wallace standing in, the extra hitter batting .288 on the season. And his first pitch, taken inside for a ball 1-0. Wallace with 11 RBI on the season. And the 1-0 misses for a ball. 2-0. And so far, Matty, the plate the color of the plate hasn't been much of an issue. As that pitch hits the inside corner for a strike.
Well, I'm glad it hasn't. I'd rather consistency remain the same rather than be too much or too little.
And that pitch cut on and missed, 2-2. Two-two pitch, way outside, ball 3. 3-2. Count now full. I don't know if there's a rule in the league that says all the bases have to be white except for special occasions or whatever. And the 3-2 pitch. Wallace cuts on a miss. Strikes out for the first out of the inning, and that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Shaniel Maldonado. I mean, how neat would it be for the bases to be like the Tarp Skunks teal all season long?
That'd be cool. I mean, the Savannah Bananas paint their bases yellow, so.
Yeah, but, you know, and forgive me, but Savannah Bananas are not real baseball.
It's banana ball.
Maldonado takes the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1 to count. I mean, we talked about the Sawtooth Stadium out in Idaho with the purple dirt as that pitch misses for a ball. I mean, if you can have purple dirt, why not have the Tarp Skunks teal bases and home plate? The pitch. Outside corner for a strike. 1-2 the count. Maldonado didn't like that count. So Maldonado in a hole here, 1-2, and that pitch outside for a ball, 2-2. Leo Doyle on deck. And the 2-2, way outside. So Fink goes full to 2 consecutive batters. Maldonado would like different results from Aiden Wallace. And the pitch. Inside, ball 4. Maldonado takes the walk. So the Skunks with their second base runner of the game. And that's going to bring up the center fielder, Leo Doyle. Doyle on the season batting .242. Comes into the game with 13 RBI. Maldonado taking his lead off first. And the first pitch to Doyle inside for a ball. 1-0 the count to the Skunk center fielder.
And you got to give props to Carter Fink. I mean, we're this late in the season, and Shaniel Maldonado is only the 10th walk that he's had this whole season.
Pretty impressive numbers. That tells me the kid's got good control. 2-0 now to Doyle. As that pitch misses low and away. 3-0. For Doyle, got to question whether he has the green light or not. The pitch. Inside, ball 4. Doesn't matter. Back-to-back walks for the Skunks. And that's going to bring up the right fielder, Steven Scarfone.
Right fielder from Clemson University, number 18, Steven Scarfone.
Scarfone standing in, left-handed hitter, one away here in the bottom of the second inning. And the first pitch, there's a high drive into left field, but underneath it is Kessel. He makes the catch. One pitch and Scarfone is down, and there's 2 away. So Connor Kiefer stands in, 182 hitter with an RBI. Kiefer getting more playing time as of late. Did not get a lot early in the season. And the first pitch, cut on and missed for a strike, 0-1. Availability is starting to become a problem for the Tarp Skunks, as the number of Skunks players down in the bullpen and in the dugout are dwindling as schools start calling people home. There's a line drive over the head of the jumping second baseman Boyd for a base hit. Maldonado's going to come around to score, and Connor Kiefer with an RBI single. It's now 3-1.
Yeah, that's perfect to get the Tarp Skunks on the board. I mean, especially with a 3-run deficit, the only thing you can do is try and answer back as much as possible. Try to negate what the Red Wings did before you try to chip away. And so you needed a 2-run inning today, or this inning specifically, because it's win the inning. We've talked about it the whole season, win the inning. So if the Red Wings put up 2 innings, then or 2 runs, then you need to put up 2 runs.
As Nigel Sebastianelli steps in, takes a strike, 0-1, left-handed hitter, batting .281 on the season, 4 RBI. Has had a spectacular defensive season here as well, as there's a ground ball to short, picked up by Loyal, steps on the bag, and the inning is over. But 1 run on 1 hit, 2 runners left on base. We go to the top of the 3rd inning, 3-1, Geneva.
Sponsored by Showtime Group. With locations in Jamestown, Geneva, Diethrick, and more. There's more to Showtime Group than offering the best deals on new.
Folks, it's been a fun season, but that regular season is coming to an end. Make your plans to be here next Friday, July 26th, as the regular season finale kicks off with the Batavia Muck Dogs. 6:30 p.m. for the first pitch. It is Christmas in July, and you will be treated to a post-game fireworks show, one for the ages. So you are going to want to make your plans to join us at Russell E. Diethrick Park next Friday night, July 26th, to close out the regular season with the Evil Empire, the Batavia Muck Dogs. Carter Fink back on the mound. He will start his third inning of work, and make that Austin Kalsick on the mound. He will start his third inning of work.
Did you forget what inning it was?
I don't even know where I'm at right now. Let's see. Now I just got completely thrown off. Kalsick starting his third inning of work. He will face Jennings, Butler, and Tiroli. And thankfully, Matty G is going to call it because I don't know what I'm doing.
We need 200 milligrams of caffeine stat.
200 milligrams, that's rookie numbers.
Just enough to wake you up, but not enough that it's going to keep you awake all night.
At this point, I'll stay awake all night. I got nothing to do tomorrow.
So Austin Kalsick starting his third inning of work. His first pitch to Jennings on the outside corner for strike one. And there's a high shot into left field. Going back is Kobe Jones. Makes the running grab just before the wall for the first out of the inning. And, you know, if I'm a pitcher, I'm giving kind of a breath of relief right now with how hard that ball was hit. If it wasn't right behind Kobe Jones, that easily would have been a leadoff double.
Yeah, hard hit, but right at someone. As a pitcher, you'll take that all day long, though. Hit it as hard as you can as long as it goes right to someone.
First pitch to Zach Butler, cut on and missed.
Now you got me thinking about coffee.
Naturally. The 0-1 pitch. Lined into right field, going over his Scarfone, and it gets over his head, and that's going to roll to the wall. Butler around second. He's going to try for third. The throw from Matrenga from deep in the outfield is going to be not in time, as it is off the glove of Connor Kiefer. And it is Zach Butler with a one-out triple. That with one swing of the bat puts yet another runner in scoring position for the Geneva Redwings and Joe Tiroli. And, you know, Scarfone had a good shot at it. He just had the wrong line. I guess he just misjudged how far that ball was going to carry.
I mean, the wrong line, the wrong read. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that the sun got in his eyes because that sun is getting low, but
ground ball through the Tony Gwynn hole on the third base side, and it is an RBI single for Joe Tiroli on the first pitch. So off of a triple and then an RBI single makes the score now 4-1 Geneva. So Geneva successful in scoring in all three batter-ups in all three innings so far. As that's going to bring up Aiden Alsabrooks. His first pitch hit high into left field. Camped underneath it is Kobe Jones, and he will make the grab for out number 2.
You know, going back to Scarfone, it's something that we've seen all season long with him, though. Dropped balls, which we've already seen one today, misplayed balls. You know, if I'm coaching Steven Scarfone, where he's playing, he needs to be playing at least 4 or 5 steps back. And, you know, depending on which handed hitter, he needs to move to the left or to the right. Depending on, like, left-handed hitter, he needs to move more towards center.
Braden Kessel's first pitch is high and away for ball 1, and Aiden Alsabrooks over at first just looked like a deer caught in the headlights. He started diving back towards first base as if Kalsick was about to pick off. The 1-0 pitch, called strike 1 over the heart of the plate of the knees.
Psyched himself out over at first.
Calcic comes set. The 1-1. Missing high and away, 2-1 the count now.
Just a reminder, there's no smoking of any kind inside the ballpark.
Someone got busted smoking.
And that includes the e-cigs and vapes.
Just leave them in your car. It's not that hard.
The 2-1 cut on and missed. As Kessel lost his balance on that. 2-2 the count. And I'm not going to lie, that swing, Kessel was looking to put that over the Lafayette corner sign in left center. He was looking to take that a long way. However, to his dismay, the 2-2 delivery is high. Count now full. So Alsabrooks will be moving on the pitch. Or excuse me, that's Joe Tiroli at first base. Alsabrooks was one that just flew out. I guess I'm the one that also needs caffeine. Runner does go. The 3-2 popped up, shallow infield. Sebastianelli calls off Connor Kiefer for the third out of the inning. But another run does come across on 2 hits. 1 runner left on base. We're going to go to the bottom of the third. The score now still in the favor of Geneva, 4-1.
And we're going to be playing the Tarp Skunks target box. So it's very simple. Gathers about 30 seconds to get 3 balls into that target. She has to make at least 2 yards against the prize, and she has limited chances as long as she does it within those 30 seconds. Caitlin, are you ready? She's ready.
Support for our coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you by Prevention Works and Casa Trinity. Prevention Works in Jamestown, New York provides substance use prevention and social, emotional, learning, and intervention services since 1974. Casa Trinity is dedicated to empowering those on their path to recovery. Hope begins here, and recovery is possible. Both Prevention Works and Casa Trinity are pairing up to educate communities on the dangers of fentanyl that is getting too close to home. 1 pill is enough to kill, especially if it contains fentanyl. It only takes 2 milligrams to take a life, which equates to the tip of a pencil. Be proactive and protect your loved ones by learning more. Visit DEA.gov/1pill if you think you know someone at risk, or call 716-664-3608. Due up for the Tarp Skunks in the bottom of the third inning. Austin Matranga, Henry Juwan, and Kobe Jones, the 1-2-3 hitters. And due up to the mic, it's Matty G.
All right, so we are set and ready to go here in the bottom of the third inning. Top of the order, ready to go, as Austin Matranga has some joking words with the base umpire as they wait for the in-between inning games to conclude. Matranga, on a full count, grounded out to Colin Boyd at second, his first time up. First pitch from Fink. Popped up and over our heads. Strike 1. Narrowly missing a flying seagull. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt, 1-1.
Definitely not.
For those that don't know why Dre just said definitely not, whenever he comes up with those, it's the 1-1 pitch on the inside corner for strike 2. Whenever Dre comes up with those, he has a theme around them that I still have yet to figure out, that he will reveal on Friday. As the 1-2 pitch popped up just barely over our heads this time. Not as Dre rips his headset off and is going to check to see if that ball stayed. And it seems like it stayed on the fence, but as that pitch cut on and missed for swinging strike 3 for Matranga. And Dre is not a fan of our public address announcer right now. Dre, you mind telling him why?
Yes.
All right, I'll reveal it. There was a race for the ball that Dre ultimately failed. as the public address announcer Jeremy Becker beat him to it.
Look, one, I'm slow, and two, he has the door right behind him. I got to go through another room.
That's the first pitch to Henry Juwan, missing inside for ball one. Juwan reached on base on a bounce off of the glove of Fink, and then Boyd couldn't field it cleanly. As the next pitch, high 2-0. So he reached on a fielding error by Colin Boyd. The 2-0 pitch. Fouled back to the backstop, 2-1 now.
Had that one time, just a little underneath it.
And that pitch missing high. Count now 3-1 to Henry Juwan.
And I gotta say, you know, it's rare that I will give the other team something.
As there's a ground ball to short, picked up by Loyal, throw on to first, way off line, and it ends up hitting Noah Brooks in the first base batter's box. So on the throwing error by Loyal, unfortunately, Juwan is now 0 for 2 on the day with 2 errors. And that ball, Juwan could have advanced to second, but the ball hit the first base coach, Noah Brooks.
Well, Brooks is a catcher. He's used to getting in front of the ball. We'll call it instinct. But going back to that one pitch where it went 3-1, I got to say I would have given it to Fink because that one hit the corner.
First pitch to Kobe Jones, fouled back.
Maybe that pink plate playing with their eyes a little bit. I think the corners are probably going to be the toughest to call.
That pitch missing in the dirt. 1-1. Fink comes set. Takes a long look. The 1-1 pitch. Ground ball towards short. Throwing on the run towards first. Not in time and off of the glove of Grace. That is going to allow Juwan to cover third. He's going to try to score. The throw in home is not in time. Henry Juwan comes around to score on the throwing error by Cooper Loyal. As Kobe Jones advances to second on the play. So the score now 4-2, still only 1 out, and a runner still in scoring position for Bobby Stang.
And still waiting on the scorer's decision as to whether charge an error to...
That is a throwing error. I can tell you now that is a throwing error.
I mean, yeah, but at this point, I've stopped guessing. You never know what the scorekeepers are going to give it.
So Bobby Stang in now, grounded out to third, his first time up. First pitch, ground ball towards first, picked up by Grace. He'll take it himself for out number 2, but that ground out will allow Kobe Jones to advance to third base.
And we still don't have a scoring decision on that one. As soon as I write something in my book, they're going to put up the opposite.
So just mark it as the error, man. I know I'm right. For once I can say I know I'm right. As Aiden Wallace steps in. First pitch, line down the right field line, hooking foul. That was the right field line.
We've both done that once this year.
Aiden Wallace did strike out swinging his first time up. Fink comes set. The 0-1. Check swing. Did he go around? The answer is no. Count now 1-1.
And I love the way that Aiden Wallace held where he checked his swing and backed out of the box, showing off that he did not.
The 1-1 on the inside corner, called strike 2. Wallace a little unhappy with the call. The 1-2 delivery. Curveball missing in the dirt, 2-2. Wallace coming into this game batting .288 on the season with 11 RBIs. The 2-2 pitch. Ground ball towards third, picked up by Tiroli. Throw on to first in time. Wallace extremely frustrated with himself, throwing his helmet on the ground, as that will end the inning. Another run comes across on one hit. One runner left on base. We're going to go to the top of the 4th inning. The Tarp Skunks bringing it back within 2, 4-2 Geneva.
So these 4 cases, 3 of them have something really good at, really good Tarp Skunks product, 1 of them has nothing. Levi, what you need to do first, you need to get 2 cases just to get rid of. Completely get rid of. Which 2 cases do you want? 1 and 2. 1 and 2, throw away. All right, now between 3 and 4, 1 of them may have something, 1 of them may have nothing. Which one do you want? 4. Making sure that's goal, I like it. All right, let's open up 4. Where's 1 Tarp Skunks collection for Levi? Jamestown, give a round of applause. Jeremy, back that up to you. Contact 28, Lakewood Running Uniform, is helping with Jeep Jam. To benefit Lakewood safety departments. A one-go day, including a ride around the lake, food trucks, drink tents, and bands doing America's non-secret experience. For more information, visit Lakewood Jeep Jam on Facebook.
Austin Kalsick set to go for his 4th inning of work. He will face the bottom of the order, 8, 9, 10, Loyal, Grace, and Arias. And stepping up to the box, Mr. Medigi.
I mean, technically, I'm already in the box as we are in the press box, but you know what? I accept the sentiment. So Cooper Loyal stepping into the box, his box, as the first pitch from Kalsick. Ground ball foul, just narrowly missing the camera girls on the edge of the Tarp Skunks dugout. Loyal did have an RBI double his last time out to right field, just glancing off the glove of Scarfone. As there's a ground ball to short, picked up backhand by Sebastianelli, throw on to first. In time. Nice play by Sebastianelli for the first out of the inning.
Nice play by Sebastianelli, but a great stretch by Stang at first. That was closer than it had any right to be, and I got to give credit to the field umpire for taking the time to make sure Stang's foot was still connected with the bag before he made the call.
So nice plays all around. As there is now 1 away, ground ball foul for strike 1 for Ryan Grace.
I don't think umpires are eligible for most valuable skunk.
Honorable mention, though. As Grace did ground out to short his first time up. That pitch missing in the dirt, 1-1. Kalsick, the 1-1 delivery. Ground ball up the middle, past a Sebastianelli, and into center field for a 1-out single. And Ryan Grace is aboard. And that'll bring up Owen Arias.
Arias came into the game batting 103 with 3 RBIs. Got an RBI single back in the first. Or make that the 2nd inning. Just goes to show you can't take anything for granted, especially numbers.
First pitch popped up and out of play over the press box.
Yeah, Jeremy's already there.
Mr. Guinness has salt sprinkled all over him.
No, that's bitterness today. Was salty Wednesday, bitter today.
You can tell that he is upset that our season is coming to a close.
I am. I want to do another month of this.
The 0-1 pitch, just missing high. And a little bit outside. Kalsic checking with the umpire to see where that missed. Something that a pitcher is constantly doing, trying to internally visualize where the strike zone is. There's a ground ball, hot shot, past the diving Connor Kiefer at third. And it is 2 straight singles. There's a reason why they called third base the hot corner, as you have very little time to react. And Kiefer was just a little bit late. So Arias now 2 for 2 with 2 singles and an RBI to his name, and that will bring up the top of the order in Colin Boyd. His first pitch, missing high and away for ball 1. Boyd 1 for 2 on the day so far. Kalsic has his pitch. Checks the runner at second. The 1-0 delivery, also missing outside, 2-0. So Grace off second, Arias off of first. Kalsic has his pitch, comes set. Checks Grace at second. The 2-0 delivery. Missing high, 3-0 now. And Henry Juwan behind the dish is going to call time and have a chat with Kalsic. Just a little check-in, make sure he's doing okay. And also tell him to get his head in the game, throw strikes. Come on, you got it.
You have to think there's a lot of pressure on Austin Kalsic here today.
Do tell.
Well, with the diminished bullpen, the diminished roster, it's not like he's going to be able to be scheduled for 3-4 innings. He's going to have to carry this maybe 5.5, 6 innings. And so he's got to figure out how he's going to keep his team close.
3-0 pitch hitting the outside corner. Now 3 balls, 1 strike. So Kalsic avoiding the 4-pitch walk. Definitely could use the ground ball to set up a double play. The 3-1 delivery, foul back. And all of these pitches all these foul balls are getting closer and closer to us. Count is now full to Mr. Boyd.
I've already had my close encounter for this season on Wednesday. The closest encounter.
The 3-2 pitch, missing inside and low, ball 4, and that is going to load the bases. Still only 1 away. This out here with John Lewis is crucial one, as any ball in the outfield could possibly score 1, maybe 2. As the sacrifice fly is set up. As you see Leo Doyle out in center field practicing his transfer to get out to knock down the. As there's a ground ball to third, step on to third, throw on to first in time. A 5-3 double play on the hot shot ground ball to Connor Kiefer is how this inning will end. It happened so fast, I could barely see what was going on. I had to tell you what happened after the fact. But no runs on 2 hits, 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. The score still remains the same, 4-2 Red Wings.
Support for our coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you by Plyler Entry Systems in Jamestown. Plyler Entry Systems has been serving the area since 1967. They are a proud member of the Builders Association of Northwestern Pennsylvania, the Manufacturer and Business Association, and the International Door Association. They offer a wide variety of products from a number of major manufacturers within the industry. When it comes to doors, they are the experts. Plyler Entry Systems is the proud sponsor of Whiffy, the Jamestown Tarp Skunks' official mascot. To learn more about Plyler Entry Systems, call 716-296-0595 or visit plylerentry.com. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning now as Carter Fink's set to go. He will face Maldonado, Doyle, and Scarfone. And stepping back to the mic, please hammer, don't hurt him, it's Matty G.
Wait, what?
Thought you said you knew about MC Hammer.
I couldn't hear what you said for half a second. I didn't understand it. I was like, hammer, don't hurt him.
Little hammer check.
I need a hammer to my ears to make sure that they're still freaking working. I need the hammer from Fix-It Felix from the movie Wreck-It Ralph. I need to fix my eardrums. First pitch to Maldonado, cut on and missed. And Maldonado was looking to take that pitch a long way.
Big Hack supplying his own power.
The 0-1 on the outside corner, called strike two. Maldonado showing some distaste with the call. The 0-2 pitch from Fink. Cut on and missed. And it is a 3-pitch strikeout for Shaniel Maldonado. Quickly one out here in the bottom of the fourth. And that'll bring up Leo Doyle.
Going back to the last inning, the hit by Kobe Jones was actually scored a base hit, so Jones does get credit for an RBI.
First pitch to Doyle, cut on and missed. The 0-1, missing outside, 1-1. As that pitch hits the corner for strike two. Count now 1-2. As that pitch grounded to third, picked up by Tiroli, throw on to first for out number 2. And that'll bring up Steven Scarfone with 2 away. Scarfone did fly out to left field his first time up. His first pitch bouncing in the dirt for ball 1. And that pitch fouled off.
Missed a pack of Wolverines over on the left field side.
Are these all movie references?
No.
That's not a horrible guess, though.
No, I will give you that.
The 1-1 pitch fouled off of the Scarfone's back ankle. Count now 1-2. I was going to say, you can't really be upset about that guess. The 1-2 pitch. Bouncing in the dirt, count now 2-2.
No, that was actually a good one.
I mean, you talked about Wolverines. You talked about, so you mentioned Gophers at one point.
Yeah.
Gophers were, that reminded me of either Over the Hedge or, oh God, G-Force, Guinea Pigs. There's a line shot up the middle, fielded on the short hop by Alsabrooks. So it is a 2-out single for Steven Scarfone. And that's going to bring up the third baseman, Connor Kiefer, here with 2 away.
No, don't forget about the Gophers in the Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. No, that was Beavers. Oh, never
That
mind.
was
Yeah,
Beavers.
That was Beavers. As Kiefer having to pull double duty bat boy and batter.
So it wasn't a horrible guess.
No, it wasn't. I think I've said Beavers. At this point,
And you
I've
said
lost
my
track.
fire ants,
They count.
which made me think of Ant-Man. First pitch to Kiefer, missing way inside, backing Kiefer off the plate. 1-0.
Next Friday, it will all be revealed. And it'll probably be like, oh, that's all?
If anyone has any ideas from that, the 1-0 pitch, hitting the inside corner of the plate for strike 1.
Honestly, I think the only people that care are you and me.
I don't know. So let's see. He's mentioned Wolverine, Beaver, Fire Ant.
No, you said Fire Ant.
Ground ball through the hole. And it is 2 straight 2-out singles between Scarfone and Kiefer.
I would call that an excuse me base hit. Slapping the bat head on it, rolling slow, but because of the fact Scarfone was at first and kind of had to hold to wait for it to get past him, that almost was like a screen in basketball where Grace was blocked from even being able to go after it. So, excuse me, but now there are 2 on.
For Nigel Sebastianelli, who grounded out to third his first time up. His first pitch, missing low and away for ball 1. So Wolverine, Beaver, Fire Ant. God, what others have you said?
I've said deer.
Deer. The 1-0. Missing high and away, 2-0. So if anyone has any ideas and wants to help me out, please put it in the chat and let me know. I'd love to find out what's going on in the mind of Dre Guinness.
You and about 1,000 other people.
The 2-0. Missing inside. 3-0 the count to Nigel Sebastianelli. Coming into this game batting .281 on the season. As there is action over in the Red Wings bullpen. The 3-0 pitch. Sebastianelli had the red light. At a pitch down the heart of the plate. 3-1 the count now. The pitch from Fink. Ball 4 on the high and tight. And now the tarp has been pulled over the field. The corners are all occupied by Skunks. As we bring up the top of the order again with Austin Matranga. Matranga would love to tie up this ball game here in the bottom of the 4th. 0 for 2 on the day so far. His first pitch. Off speed, missing outside. 1-0, and Fink really not happy with the call. The 1-0. Popped up. Right center field, going over Alsobrooks and Jennings. Alsobrooks will take it for the 3rd out of the inning. No runs on 2 hits. The bases left loaded. We go now to the top of the 5th inning. The score still remaining the same, 4-2 Geneva. So Austin Kalsick will remain out for the top of the 5th inning. Still no action in the Tarp Skunks bullpen. Kalsick will be facing the 3, 4, 5 hitters in Matt Jennings, Zach Butler, and Joe Tiroli. Here to tell you all about the top of the 5th inning, it's Mr. Trey Guinness.
That might have been just a little overly excessive, but I'll take it. As Jennings stands in, batting 0 for 2 today is the first pitch. There's a line drive into center field. That's going to fall for a base hit. Doyle was playing back. Jennings just flicking it out to center field. 1 pitch, 1 on, and that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Zach Butler, who already has the hardest part of the cycle going. Single and a triple. Snap throw over to first. And Jennings dives back in safely. First pitch from Kalsick. Misses down for a ball, 1-0. (4-2) Geneva here in the top of the 5th inning, almost halfway home here as that pitch misses for a ball, 2-0. Tiroli on deck. And the 2-0 pitch hits Jennings now, so 2 batters on. No outs here, and that is going to bring up Joe Tiroli. Tiroli 1 for 2 with an RBI today. Two on, nobody out. And the first pitch, there's a ground ball foul down the third base line. 0-1 the count. 4-9-2 for the Red Wings, 2-4-0 for the Skunks.
As there is some stretching that has begun in the Tarp Skunks bullpen.
0-1 pitch, cut on and missed, 0-2 now. Tiroli behind in the count. And the pitch. Check swing foul off to the right, just short of the Geneva dugout. And it will remain 0-2. Jennings led off this inning with a single. Butler hit by a pitch. And that's where we stand. 0-2, 2 on. Kalsick checking the runner at second, and the pitch. High and away for a ball, 1-2. Aiden also Brooks on deck. Kalsick looks in. And the 1-2. There's a line drive foul down the third base line.
Narrowly missing the pitching coach, Tom Tellman.
Don't want to hit pitching coach. Don't want to hit Tellman.
Especially considering Tellman's age. As the
1-2 pitch. Line drive into left field. That's going to be a base hit, possibly more, as Jones overruns the ball. 1 run is going to score. Here comes another runner to the plate. Throw in, not in time, as Jennings and Butler score a no-out 2-run double for Joe Tiroli, and it is now 6-2.
Yeah, I'm mildly irked by Jones. He didn't really shade all that much. I mean, you had two or three foul balls that were rocketed down the third base line, and I didn't see Jones shading much at all. So if he had shaded over a little bit, maybe he wouldn't have overran it. Unfortunately, it's all speculation at this point.
As Aiden Alsobrooks tries to check a swing, can't hold up, sticking for a strike anyway. 0-1 the count. And the 0-1. There's a base hit off the glove of Bobby Stang into right field. Going to second on the throw home is also Brooks, so a single and an advance on the throw as Tiroli will hold at third. And that is going to bring up Braden Kessel. And again, at this point, Kalsick is between a rock and a hard place. He's getting lit up a little bit here as we get toward the middle of the inning. Geneva is hitting him hard, but just not a lot of bullpen availability to swap out with as the first pitch to Kessel misses inside for a ball.
And as you say that, action beginning to pick up in the Tarp Skunks bullpen.
I think the goal for Kalsick was go 5. And if possible, go more. So that one's a strike at the knees, 1-1.
Unfortunately, at this point, all that Kalsick has gone is 4+.
2-1, nobody out here in the top of the 5th inning. 2 already across. 1-1 to Kessel, and the pitch cut on and missed. It's 1-2. Cooper Loyal on deck. And the 1-2 fouled off to the right, not a play. Missed a pack of grizzly bears out there.
Crit. I'm so lost.
Good, that's the point. 1-2 the count. There's a pop-up. Left side. Is it playable? No, just out of play.
Is it animals that could possibly contain the color red?
No.
And again, that's still not a bad guess.
Not a bad guess at all. So still 1-2 to Kessel. He's been fighting to stay alive. Couple of foul balls here. And the pitch from Kalsick swung on and missed. And Kessel goes down for the first out of the inning. First strikeout for Kalsick. And that is going to bring up the shortstop, Cooper Loyal. Loyal 1 for 2 today with an RBI. Had a double back in the second inning. First pitch popped up. Foul. And just missing a pack of Bobcats.
Bobcat.
The 0-1 pitch. There's a little flare into right field. Scarfone coming in, making the catch. He will throw it to the plate and keep Tiroli at third. So 2 away now.
Is it college mascots?
No, that's a really good guess.
I was gonna say bobcat, bears, deer, the Wolverine.
First pitch to Ryan Grace fouled into the stands.
Narrowly missing a pack of about 5 kids that are sitting on the top row. And none of them were any the wiser.
That's dangerous. If you're going to bring small kids, you got to make sure they're paying attention. Especially if you're going to sit in prime foul ball territory. The 0-1 pitch. There's a ground ball up the middle, picked up by Sebastianelli. Double clutches throw on a first is not going to be in time, as coming in to score is Joe Tiroli and make it 7-2 Geneva. It's just a weak ground ball up the middle. Sebastianelli didn't have a lot of time to get to it. Had a little problem with the transition, and by the time he got it out of his glove, it was a little too late. So an RBI infield, or they're going to call that an error.
No.
Where's the error come from?
The error is incorrect. I received texting word from public address announcer. The scoreboard has it incorrect.
Okay, all right, good. That's what I was thinking, because that would have been a tough play to give an error on. As Owen Arias stands in, 2 for 2 on the day. Ground ball to third. Kiefer bobbles it, throws on to first, just in time. And mercifully, the side is retired. 3 runs on 4 hits. 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 7-2 Geneva.
Support for our coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you by the Davies Investment Group in Painted Post, New York. In a world filled with financial choices, finding the right path can be daunting. But fear not, because the Davies Investment Group of Benjamin F. Edwards is here to guide you every step of the way. With over a century of combined experience, this dedicated team is committed to helping you achieve your financial goals. They take the time to understand your unique needs and aspirations, crafting personalized strategies designed to grow and protect your wealth. But they don't stop there. They collaborate with your trusted advisors to ensure a comprehensive approach tailored specifically to you. When it comes to your financial future, trust the experts of the Davies Investment Group of Benjamin F. Edwards. Contact Davies Investment Group today at daviesinvestmentgroup.com or visit them at 310 Town Center Road, Suite 201, Painted Post, New York 14870. Davies Investment Group, member SIPC. As we approach the bottom of the 5th inning, there is a new pitcher for the Geneva Redwings. Replacing Carter Fink on the mound is going to be Liam Chapman. Liam Chapman replacing Carter Fink after Fink goes 4 innings of 2-run baseball. Chapman will continue in the number 1 spot. The batting order that he will face for his first inning of work will be the 2, 3, 4 hitters, Henry Juwan, Kobe Jones, and Bobby Stang. As first base coach DJ Stoyanovich heads over to the first base side. Here to tell you all about the bottom of the 5th inning. It's the man that hasn't put his rally cap on yet today, Drake Ennis.
Got to save it. It only works for 1 inning. Apparently, it only works for 1 inning. Thank you very much, Maddie, after midnight, as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Juwan Jones and Bobby Stang facing the new pitcher, Liam Chapman. Fink had a good day, but being pulled here in the bottom of the 5th inning will not qualify for the win. Kind of got to question that decision a little bit. But again, it comes down to pitch count and school or college control and what they're allowed and what they're not allowed to do.
It's kind of a situation where you say, oh, well.
You work with the best with what you got, right? Throw down to second. And we are about to get this half inning underway here as Henry Juwan, the catcher, steps in.
And I've seemed to discover a theme for the Tarp Skunks fans tonight. It seems to me that Henry Juwan has a fan base here tonight, because every time Juwan has stepped out onto the field, he's gotten uproarious applause.
Juwan is having an unfortunate day at the plate. He's been on base twice, but both of them have come via errors as the first pitch misses for a ball 1-0. Juwan very popular here, returning one of the few returning Skunks left on the roster, and the pitch on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. Yeah, I think that should be your new radio shows, Maddie after midnight. Need some soft jazz, some candles, because the way you read that last ad is there's a drive into right center field. That's going to split the gap and go almost to the wall. Bobbling in center was also Brooks. Juwan heading toward third. The throw hits him, and a lead-off triple for Henry Juwan. And this place is going bananas.
And you know for a fact that that has got to feel good for Henry Juwan. He's had the bat on the ball all night long. He should be 3 for 3 right now, but unfortunately 1 for 3 with 2 errors. Has seen the base path all 3 times, hitting that 414 power alley in right center. You know that's got to feel good.
Absolutely, as Kobe Jones stands in. 1 for 2 with an RBI, and that one's sailing just over the press box. And out of play, 0-1 the count.
What did that miss?
I'm done. As that pitch misses for a ball, 1-1.
So no more till Friday?
No more till Friday.
Ah.
I mean, you don't want to beat a dead horse, right?
Well, you got to keep going until someone figures it out. We haven't seen anything in the chat yet.
All right, fine. That just missed a pack of mongooses. There's a base hit into center field. Coming in to score is Juwan, and Kobe Jones with his second RBI of the day. It's 7-3 Skunks.
That was huge. As we said, triple to RBI single. That was something that Geneva did a couple of innings back. So, that triple might have been the fire that the Skunks needed to battle their way back. You've seen them come back from larger deficits than this. So, maybe this is the game where the Skunks have no quit.
Bobby Stang standing in now. His first pitch is ripped in the left field, but a leaping Kessel out in left pulls it in for the first out of the inning.
That ball was hit on an absolute frozen rope by Bobby Stang. Unfortunately, it was just in the range of Braden Kessel. You could have sworn it was just going to be over his head. You could hear the excitement begin in Dre's voice. Unfortunately, just in Kessel's range.
So standing in now, Aiden Wallace takes a ball outside. 1-0, struck out and grounded out to third base back in the third inning. And Bobby Stang has a dubious distinction night. He has been the third out, the second out, and the first out in that order, as that one's taken for a strike. So not sure necessarily what to call it, but just unfortunate. 1-1, one away here. As that pitch bounces in the dirt and gets behind Arias, heading into second. And holding there is going to be Kobe Jones. So he advances on the wild pitch. 2-1 to Aiden Wallace. Wallace waving that bat back and forth. Chapman checking Jones at second and the pitch. Way outside for a ball, 3-1.
Action continuing over in the Tarp Skunks bullpen with some stretching going on in the Red Wings bullpen.
So 3-1, here it comes. There's a drive, right field, but it's going to be playable for Jennings. He makes the catch. Jones will tag and head to third. So with 2 away, Skunks have a runner at third, and that is going to bring up Shaniel Maldonado. Maldonado had himself a good BP session in the batting cage before the game. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He did walk and score a run back in the second inning. And the pitch, broken bat, foul ball, as that bat goes right through the Tony Gwynn hole.
And Maldonado didn't really know what to do.
I want that bat.
Can I have that?
We need that bat in here.
Can we split that?
No, we need to hang it above the window. That needs we need a bat in here. We
both have baseballs.
Yep.
Maybe hang some curtains. Maybe turn it into a baseball bat curtain.
No, man, you got to go. Well, yeah, put you drill holes in there and put the 70s beads down. Yeah, that look good. Yeah. It's that pitch missing over the head of Maldonado, 1-1. He's seen a lot of those curveballs that have gone over his head this season.
And yet he hasn't taken any one of them.
Ground ball up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to score. Jones from third. And Maldonado with an RBI. It's 7-4.
Just chip away, chip away. I mean, I will say it all the time. Win the inning. Minimum tie. You're 1 run away from doing so because you want to keep it as close as possible. Just get your defense as much run support as you can to keep it close.
As Leo Doyle stands in, Maldonado off first. The first pitch, off-speed pitch on the outside corner for a ball or for a strike. 0-1 the count. Two across here for the Skunks, looking for more. That pitch catches the outside corner. Fastball 0-2 now to Leo Doyle. Three hits in the inning for the Skunks. Runner goes, and that's cut on and missed. And the inning is over. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 runner left on base. We go to the top of the 6th inning. It's 7-4 Geneva.
New pitcher on the mound for the Jamestown Tarp Skunks. We've closed the book on Austin Kalsick, and replacing him is going to be a man who we've seen often here at Russell E. Diethrick Jr. Park for the past couple of outings. It's Ben Burdine.
And Ben Burdine, right-handed pitcher, making his fourth appearance. Can I just rewind that and try this again?
Sure.
Ben Burdine on the mound, making his fourth appearance on the season. His job, very simple. Keep the Skunks in the game. Right now, down 3 with still 4 innings left to go. This one's not over by a long shot.
So he will face the Geneva Redwings batting lineup of the top of the order. Colin Boyd, John Lewis, Matt Jennings in that order. First time we've seen that since the top of the first inning. So here to tell you all about the top of the 6th now. Dre Guinness, take it away.
All right, Maddie, thank you very much as we bring you a lovely top of the 6th inning. It has hints of pine tar and dust as Ben Burdine winds in the first pitch, is grounded up the middle, picked up by Matranga and unable to throw to first. So he had problems with the transition. That one might be an error. And that is going to bring up the extra hitter, John Lewis. So Lewis stepping into the plate. He is 0 for 2 on the day. He did walk and score a run back in the first inning as the first pitch fouled off to the right and just misses a very young fan bouncing right in front of her. And, you know, come on, Dad. You gotta protect your kid. You got to try to get that baseball. You got to give it to her.
Yeah, catch the ball.
As the scoreboard does put it up as an E4 on Matranga. Quick snap throw. Boyd not going anywhere. 0-1 the count. Runner takes off. Pitch is taken for a ball. Throw down to second. Gets behind Sebastianelli. Matranga there to back up. So 1-1 the count. Runner at second on the stolen base. And Boyd got a little lucky there because he started taking off before Burdine started his stretch. As that pitch popped up, straight up, Juwan tosses the mask and makes the catch. And that is the first out of the inning.
And the Henry Juwan fan base making their presence known.
Always nice to hear a lot of people in the ballpark. Unfortunately, I can see the left field bleachers, but I can't see who's underneath us. And there's a lot of noise coming from underneath us. So love that the ballpark is packing out. And you need to come next Friday. As the runner goes, throw down to third. Nice stop by Connor Kiefer, keeping that from going into left field. So Boyd with his second stolen base. 1-0 to Jennings. He's had a single and scored, also flown out and grounded into a fielder's choice. So 1 for 3 on the day. And the pitch fouled straight back into the net. 1-1 the count. Jennings waving that bat back and forth. Burdine checking the runner. And the 1-1 pitch fouled back and out of play. Right into the nest of a field mouse. So 1-2. The pitch outside for a ball, 2-2. Butler on deck. Burdine would like to face him with 2 outs here instead of 1 and 2 on. The 2-2. Curveball missing outside for a ball. Count is full now to Jennings. Burdine's got to be careful, but not too careful. As the 3-2 pitch. Line drive into center field. Doyle underneath it. He's going to catch it. Throw into the plate is not going to be in time as Boyd comes in on the sacrifice fly, and it is 8-4.
And I will acknowledge that was still a heck of a throw attempt by Leo Doyle, as the throw was, I mean, it came in without a bounce. And from where he was in center field, that is not an easy throw to throw on the fly. So you still got to give him props for that.
Oh, absolutely. Plus the fact that he was almost flat-footed when he caught it because it was a line drive right to him. So he didn't have a lot of opportunity to get momentum toward the plate before he made that throw. As Butler takes the first pitch he sees for a ball, 1-0. So I mean, that's a testament to Leo Doyle's arm out in center field. As the 1-0 pitch grounded foul down the third base line, 1-1. Wind has completely died down here. There is no breeze, no wind. It's a good thing it's cool, because otherwise this is when that air gets stagnant. As that curveball misses low, 2-1. Nobody on, and the pitch. Outside, 3-1.
As the Tarp Skunks fans express their distaste on the call.
Not a big fan of that call, they are.
Few boos ringing out here and there.
Line drive over the head of Matringa at second, into right field. That is going to be a base hit with 2 outs. So as the inning continues, Joe Tiroli stands in. First pitch to Tiroli, taken for a strike. 0-1 the count. Tiroli 2 for 3 on the day. Does have an RBI, has scored a run. Snap throw over to first. And Butler is back, not going anywhere. Still 0-1. And the pitch. High drive, left center field. That ball is off the base of the wall. Doyle fields it, throws it in. There's going to be a play at the plate. The throw not in time. As Butler scores, Tiroli with an RBI double, and he is now 3 for 3 on the day. Make that 3 for 4 on the day with a couple of RBIs, and it's now 9-4. That ball was about 10 feet from going out as it hit right on the right side of the Pelishore clothing sign out in left field. As the first pitch to Aiden Alsobrooks taken for a ball, 1-0. Nine runs, 14 hits, 2 errors for the Red Wings. 4 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for the Skunks. Burdine spins and looks back at second with no throw. Alsobrooks 1 for 3 on the day. He's flown out to center, flown out to left. Had a base hit back in the 5th inning. And the pitch. Inside for a ball, 2-0. Kessel on deck. Burdine comes set. Quick look at second and the pitch. There's a foul off to the left and out of play. 2-1 the count. Tomorrow the Tarp Skunks have a doubleheader against the Elmira Pioneers. As the pitch cut on and fouled at the plate, 2-2.
And, you got to question, maybe that could be one of the reasons why the depth chart for today is so small.
Oh, I mean, yeah, it absolutely makes sense.
You want as many people fresh and ready as possible for a doubleheader. I mean, 14 innings is a lot more than 9.
And the pitch. Line drive, center field. Doyle heading over. He will get under it and make the catch. And the side is retired, but 2 runs on 2 hits. 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's 9-4 Geneva.
Support for our coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you by Prevention Works in Casa Trinity. Prevention Works in Jamestown, New York provides substance use prevention and social, emotional, learning, and intervention services since 1974. Casa Trinity is dedicated to empowering those on their path to recovery. Recovery, hope begins here, and that recovery is possible. Both Prevention Works and Casa Trinity are pairing up to educate communities on the dangers of fentanyl that's getting too close to home. 1 pill is enough to kill, especially if it contains fentanyl. Like we said, it only takes 2 milligrams to take a life, which equates to the tip of a pencil. Be proactive and protect your loved ones by learning more. Visit dea.gov/1pill if you think someone you know is at risk, or call 716-664-3608. So Liam Chapman will remain out for his 2nd inning of work for the Geneva Redwings as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. The batting order for the Tarp Skunks this inning is going to be 8, 9, 10. Steven Scarfone, Connor Kiefer, Nigel Sebastianelli. As Scarfone steps up to the batter's box, here to tell you all about it, it's Dre Guinness.
Thank you, Matty G. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, Tarp Skunks find themselves in familiar territory, down going into the bottom of the 6th inning, and it's an unfortunate scenario as that first pitch from Liam Chapman taken on the outside corner for a strike. It's been a tough stretch this season. Stretches of greatness, stretches of what is going on here. as Scarfone takes a strike. Now 0-2. Scarfone's flown out to left. Had a base hit back in the 4th inning. So 1 for 2 on the day. In a hole here, 0-2. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Scarfone goes down on strikes. 4th Tarp Skunk strikeout on the day. First out of the frame, and that is going to bring up Connor Kiefer. Kiefer 2 for 2 with an RBI on the game. And Liam Chapman winds and throws as Kiefer has to duck out of the way of that one. 1-0 the count. Looks like Chapman lost his grip on a curveball. And the pitch. Taken on the outside corner for a strike. 1-1 the count. Chapman dancing on the corners with that fastball. And the 1-1 pitch. Curveball taken for a strike. 1-2. Kiefer looking fastball. Chapman mixing it up. Now 1-2 the count as Kiefer choking up. Hitting for contact here. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Ball in the dirt. Picked up. Oh! And the throw to first hits Kiefer in the back of the head. Thankfully, he was wearing a helmet. And the home plate umpire, is he calling him out?
He is calling him out because he's claiming Connor Kiefer was out of the baseline.
He was not out of the baseline. The throw hit him in the head as he was stepping on the bag. And that is an absolutely ridiculous call. You know, I've been nice to the umpires since one game early on, but I am going to go out and right now that was a god-awful call. So Sebastianelli stands in, and the first pitch taken outside for a ball, 1-0.
Well, you are not the only one who agrees with that sentiment as the boos are continuing to ring out. You can still hear them by a few fans here at Diethrick Park.
The 1-0 pitch. There's a foul off to the left and out of play. 1-1 the count. That was just ridiculous. So 1-1 to Sebastianelli with 2 outs here. That one's taken on the outside corner for a strike, 1-2. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Still 9-4 Geneva.
And then you're playing duck water balloons up. Now it's very simple. These 3 ice, they have buckets on top of them, and there's spikes in the bottom. Now we're going to get up 2 players down here. They're going to throw these balloons way up in the air, and these 2 guys are trying to catch it on their head. They have about 30 seconds. Whoever gets the most water again wins. You guys ready? Move over this way, guys. Come over with me. All right, start going, guys. You gotta try and catch him. What's your name? Nick wins. Let's give him a round of applause, guys. Jeremy, back that up to you. Stand giant, Jake. Go ahead and beat yourself. There are members of the Business Association of Western Pennsylvania, the Manufacturing Business Association, and the International Door Association. Therefore, live by your products and remember, we manufacture the industry.
As Ben Burdine comes out for another inning of work, due up for the Red Wings is going to be Kessel, Loyal, and Grace. And stepping back up to the mic, Madman Matty G.
Madman?
That was a stretch.
I was going to say, you seem like the angry one right now. I'm keeping it zen today. First pitch from Burdine, curveball dropping in the zone, jelly-legging Kessel for strike one.
Trying to get back to that play. I've already seen it once.
The 0-1 pitch. Another curveball, this time missing outside, 1-1. Burdine's 1-1 delivery. Line shot left center field, and that's going to fall for a leadoff base hit for Braden Kessel.
Shortstop, number 23, Cooper Loyal.
And that'll bring up the shortstop, Cooper Loyal. His first pitch, curveball missing high for ball one.
So now you've seen the play.
The reason why the umpire is calling it is because the entire time Kiefer was basically running in the grass. As that pitch fouled back to the backstop, count 1-1. If Kiefer was able to get back into the dirt, then he probably wouldn't have called it.
I mean, I'll have to look at it again. To me, it looked like he was in the dirt. The only time he was in the grass was when he had to try to get around Arias at home.
The 1-1, liner into center, camped underneath it is Leo Doyle, and he makes the grab for out number one.
First pitch on number 2, Ryan Grace.
Ryan Grace to the plate now. Has seen the base path twice so far today. Does have an RBI to his name. His first pitch from Burdine. Curveball, ground ball to short. Could be two, to second for one. Throw on to first in time. And that will end the inning. Unorthodox 1-2-3, but still a 1-2-3. No runs, one hit, no errors, no one left on base. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It's stretch time. Score still 9-4 Geneva.
Support for our coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you by Plyler Entry Systems, the Davies Investment Group, and Prevention Works in Casa Trinity. We'd like to thank our sponsors for helping to make this and every live stream at the 2024 season possible. We also encourage all businesses and organizations serving residents in Jamestown and Chautauqua County to consider becoming a Tarp Skunks live stream sponsor for this season or future seasons by calling 716-705-5600, emailing us at contactus@tarpskunks.net, or using the contact form on our website, tarpskunks.com. All sponsors are recognized during each home game, during our live stream broadcast, and also by public address announcer Jeremy Becker. Thank you to all our current sponsors and anyone else considering becoming a future sponsor of Tarp Skunks Baseball. As we head to the bottom of the 7th inning, due up for the Tarp Skunks is going to be the top of the order, Matrenga, Juwan, and Jones. And back in the saddle again, it's Matty G.
Call me Aerosmith.
So I am gonna address this in chat. So TD510 Dawson says this is Tyson Bryant Dawson pitching. I've got Tyson Bryant Dawson on the roster as number 9. This is number 39 on the mound, Liam Chapman. So unless something changed, and if that's the case, I apologize. We'll jump on the I'll jump on the website right now to confirm it. And Matty G will take you through it until I'm back.
All right, so crunch time for the Tarp Skunks. As we're into the final third of the game, down by 5 runs. There is action over in the Tarp Skunks bullpen and in the Red Wings bullpen, as Austin Matrenga steps up to the plate. His first pitch. Ground ball foul, missing the first base coach and DJ Stoyanovich. So I'm going to make the assumption that assistant coach Stephen Mooney is not here today, as it has been players coaching first base. The 0-1 pitch. In the dirt, 1-1.
Could be just that DJ Stoyanovich wants to be out on the field. Then again, it could not be.
1-1 curveball missing inside, or hitting the inside corner, 1-2 now. The 1-2 delivery, missing high and out. 2-2 the count now. Matrenga needs to find a way on here. The 2-2 pitch. Changeup missing outside. He's worked the count full. And the payoff pitch. Ground ball towards second. Picked up on a short hop by Boyd. Tossed to first for out number 1.
And I can confirm that is Tyson Bryant Dawson. They did change his number. So my apologies.
Chat, we thank you.
Absolutely.
And that'll bring up the man of the day, Henry Juwan, with his fan base. His first pitch, high and away for ball 1. Juwan has seen the base path all 3 times today. As that pitch on the inside corner, 1-1 the count. Brian Dawson ready to go. The 1-1 pitch to Henry Juwan. Cut on and missed at the changeup in the dirt. 1-2 the count. Juwan waits. Brian Dawson, the windup and fire. Curveball popped up on the right side, shallow. Coming in is Jennings, and he'll camp underneath it for the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up Kobe Jones. And the first pitch to Kobe Jones with 2 away. Missing high, 1-0.
That is definitely my son pitching. Okay, well, thank you for pointing that out. We don't like, we're
Screwing anybody up.
Yeah.
The 1-0 curveball over the heart of the plate for strike 1.
And behind the backstop, says the batter has a right to avoid a tag by the catcher 3 feet. It looked like the catcher, he grabbed the ball and the batter goes around.
Line shot, right side. That's going to fall for a base hit. Kobe Jones is going to try for 2. Coming in for second, he will get in there standing, and it is a 2-out double for Kobe Jones. Apologies for interrupting you there, Dre.
Oh, no, that's more important than me babbling. But nice piece of hitting by Kobe Jones getting into the gap, and Bobby Stang, he's due for something.
The last hit he had was on a frozen rope. It was a rocket of a hit back in the 5th inning. Unfortunately, it was just right at Braden Kessel in left field. His first pitch from Dawson. Popped up, right side. Coming over is Boyd. He will camp underneath it for the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We're going to go to the top of the 8th inning now. Tarp Skunks running out of chances. The score 9-4.
New pitcher on the mound for the Tarp Skunks is Nathan Lux, late season acquisition. Coming in trying to hold down the 8th inning and if possibly the 9th. He will face Arias and then the top of the order, Boyd and Lewis. And once again, it's Matty G.
All right, so Nathan Lux replacing Mr. Burdine here in the top of the 8th inning. Like Mr. Guinness said, 10 then top, Arias, Boyd, Lewis. Score currently 9-4 in Geneva's favor. And if you want to talk about crunch time, this is it. Like I always said, the scariest times are when the number of runs that you need to tie the game are the same or less than the number of outs that you have left. Or the same or more, sorry. So this inning is where it truly becomes that notion, as the Tarp Skunks need 5 runs to tie, and they only have 6 outs left on offense to try and pick up this victory. If they lose today, they drop out of 4th place and move to 5th, and Geneva will overtake them, as there's only a half-game separation between the two. as Lux's first pitch to Arias. Missing in the dirt, 1-0.
Yeah, and losing 3 in a row going into Elmira for a doubleheader is not the recipe for success that the Tarp Skunks cooked up today.
The 1-0 pitch. Missing low and away, 2-0. Lux has his pitch. Arias waits. The delivery. Missing, bouncing in front of the plate. 3-0 the count. And that pitch missing for ball 4. A 4-pitch walk is the first at-bat that Lux had today. And that's going to bring about the top of the order in Colin Boyd.
Looks like he might actually be struggling a little bit with the way his delivery is in the first hitter Arias. He does not look comfortable like he did his first couple appearances.
First pitch missing low and in.
It's almost like he's overthrowing and overcompensating for something mechanical at this point.
Lux comes set, checks the runner. The 1-0. Change up on the inside corner. Count now 1-1.
This is a nice pitch. Take something off. Find your way into the zone.
The 1-1. Curveball bouncing in the dirt, getting by Henry Juwan. He can't come up with it. And Arias with the heads-up base running, advancing to second on the wild pitch. Count 2-1. And the Geneva Redwings with another runner in scoring position. Lux has his pitch. Checks Arias at second. The 2-1. Line shot into left center, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Picked up by Doyle. Arias is going to try to score. No play at home plate. He will do so. And the Red Wings now hitting double digits. It's 10-4.
For Boyd, that's his first hit of the ball game as he was, or make that second hit of the ball game as he came in 1 for 3, now 2 for 4 with an RBI on the day.
So John Lewis to the plate now. His first pitch. Curveball dropping into the zone. 0-1 the count.
No real action in the Tarp Skunks bullpen, just kind of standing around in a loose circle.
That pitch missing just outside. 1-1 to the right-hander. The 1-1. Curveball on the inside corner for strike 2. Step off. Got caught in a pickle. Throw to second in time. Colin Boyd is trying to make an attempt at a delayed steal, possibly catching Lux with a balk. As he tried to take off early, thought he might have had Lux timed as well. But good job by Lux keeping his cool, stepping off cleanly to get Colin Boyd at second. Now 1 away. The 1-2 pitch. Ground ball towards the Tony Gwynn hole, past a diving Sebastianelli, and it's a base hit for John Lewis.
Yeah, and that caught stealing was courtesy of Lux not looking Boyd back to the bag. He was staring in, trying to get the sign from Juan for a long time, and I guess Boyd was trying to catch him off guard. And you're right, trying to get him to balk.
Matt Jennings to the plate now. His first pitch. Bouncing in the dirt, 1-0.
Jennings came in with the Red Wings leading .395 batting average. Since then, he's gone 1 for 4 today with a single and a run scored.
Lux comes set. Checks the runner, the 1-0. Curveball bouncing in the dirt, getting behind Henry Juwan. However, John Lewis not advancing. Talking to the third base coach, the head coach, John Sciari, thinking that the ball stayed in front of Henry, which is why he didn't advance. The 2-0 hits the outside corner of the zone. 2-1 now. John Lewis off first. The 2-1 pitch. Line shot caught by Austin Matranga. Throw on to first. It is a line drive double play to end the top of the 8th. No, 1 run on 2 hits. 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 6-run deficit now. 10-4 Geneva.
Folks, make your plans to catch the regular season finale here at Russell E. Diethrick Park Friday, July 26th. So this upcoming Friday is going to be the final regular season game as the Evil Empire, the Batavia Muck Dogs, come into town. Let's pack out the ballpark with teal, white, and yellow. Come on out and support your Tarp Skunks the final time this regular season. 6:30 is the first pitch, and it will feature after the game the Christmas in July fireworks. You are not going to want to miss that. So come on down to Russell E. Diethrick next Friday for the regular season home finale. Back on the mound is Tyson Bryant Dawson. He will begin his 3rd inning of work, and he will be facing the Tarp Skunks lineup of Wallace, Maldonado, and Doyle. And stepping up for the final time tonight, it's Matty G.
And the only thing I can think of is after this is done, I've only got 5 innings left.
Yeah.
And you've only got 4.
Yeah.
Well, technically you have 5 right now as well.
Well, yeah.
But after this game is done, I'll have 5 innings left. You'll have 4.
Here's an interesting little factoid for you. This game, we have now each called 100 innings this season.
Woohoo! First pitch to Aiden Wallace, bouncing in the dirt for ball 1.
I mean, you know, for like major league announcers, AAA or whatever, 100 innings, that's nothing.
I was going to say, that's child's play.
That's child's play. But down in this league,
the 1-0. Missing outside, 2-0.
you got a guy, this is his first gig in the booth for a baseball, and you got another guy who it's been 29 years since he strapped on the headset for baseball. So
the 2-0 pitch. Bouncing in the dirt again. 3-0 the count.
I think 100 innings is a pretty darn good milestone.
Let me put it to you this way. Despite whether or not we've been good, despite whether or not we've had controversy, despite whether or not the Tarp Skunks have won or lost, it's been a damn fun time.
Oh, 100%.
3-0 pitch bouncing in the dirt, and that is a 4-pitch walk for Aiden Wallace. Bringing up Shaniel Maldonado. Hopefully everyone has enjoyed the banter between Mr. Guinness and I.
I certainly have.
It's been crazy at times, we'll admit. Sometimes ADHD takes over. And the conversations have thrown the train so far off the tracks, we don't even know the difference between left and right, up and down.
I mean, that's my everyday.
Which is why I think people enjoy it, at least from what I've heard. First pitch to Maldonado. Cut on, foul tip, strike one.
You know, I'm kind of surprised that, that I've made it this whole season, considering, one of the reasons I haven't been doing broadcasting in a while is because of the disability, the issues that I have with my neck and my back. Sitting up here, it's not the most comfortable situation for me to be in. Obviously, if I had, my own $200 computer chair from home, maybe it would be a little bit more comfortable. Maybe I'll do that next season. I don't know. But that was one of my worries coming into this season is would I be able to make it?
As the next two pitches are both curveballs low. Count now 2-1.
There have been, the doubleheader games were really rough on me as far as the next day. But
is that pitch fouled off and into the road?
I mean, the fact that, I've made it through this many games, I'm comfortable with where I need to be. I know what I need to do next year to do more. And
2-2, ground ball up the middle, could be two, to second for one, down to first. Not in time. Shaniel Maldonado beating out the throw, keeping the double play from occurring.
And that was a mistake by Loyal. He had Boyd at the bag. If he had just flipped it to Boyd, they would have had a better shot at getting Maldonado to first. As it was, because he decided to take the 3 steps toward the bag at second, that gave Maldonado 3 extra steps that he would not have had.
Leo Doyle to the plate now with one away. His first pitch, low for ball one. Bryant Dawson checks the runner. The 1-0. Curveball missing high, 2-0.
But, yeah, I mean, I have to say I've enjoyed this season probably more than anything that I've done in broadcasting, including wrestling, football, basketball.
The 2-0 foul back. More than professional wrestling.
Baseball's always been my first love. This is what I grew up on. This is, what I played, what I always wanted to do, unfortunately.
Runner goes. The 2-1 pitch fouled off. Count 2-2, and Maldonado having to make the trot back to first base.
Having a pretty big accident when I was younger that basically destroyed my spine. And my physical skills declined to the point where I couldn't play anymore. This is just being a part of the ball club is This is an honor and a privilege. And, you know, for everybody that ever wanted to get into this business, you know, do this is not easy to do.
The 2-2. Curveball over the head of Doyle. Count now full.
And I commend anybody that puts on a headset, whether it's the first time or their 10,000th time, anybody that puts on a headset and does this job, I've got nothing but immense respect for. So,
well, thank you, Dre. The 3-2 pitch. Curveball low in the dirt for ball 4. And that will move Maldonado over to second for Steven Scarfone. I just don't know why we're getting emotional about all this right now. We still have one more game left.
you know,
we might as well enjoy it now while we can, right?
Well, now that I got mine out of the way, I'll be able to enjoy Friday night even more. I'll probably get mushy again, but, you know.
First pitch to Scarfone. Fouled off of the gear of the catcher, Arias. The umpire will come out and hand the ball to Brian Dawson to allow Arias to collect his bearings, make sure he's okay. Scarfone has seen the base path once so far today, 1 for 3. Brian Dawson comes set, checks Maldonado at second. The 0-1. Inside corner called strike 2. Scarfone in an 0-2 hole. The delivery. Curveball missing way outside. 1-2.
Scarfone does have a base hit in this game. Back in the 4th inning, looking to get another one out there. Something down the line would be just right.
Not too hot or too cold.
It's the 3 Bears rule.
The 1-2. Curveball missing high, 2-2.
Someone's having fun somewhere.
The 2-2 pitch. Popped up over our heads and out into the parking lot. Narrowly missing a 1975 Pontiac Firebird.
Ooh, good call.
It's my dream car, man.
My dream car, you'd probably like, why?
Is it a lemon?
No. Well, I mean, depends on your perspective, but a 1982 Honda Prelude.
Interesting.
I had one when I was younger. It was my first car.
The 2-2 pitch, missing in the dirt. Did he go around? The answer is no. And Scarfone, after starting 0-2 in this at-bat, has now worked the count full. So Brian Dawson comes set. The payoff pitch. High and deep to right field. Going back is Jennings at the track, at the wall, and it is gone! A 3-run home run for Steven Scarfone. He was due for it eventually. Score now 10-7 on one stroke of the bat from Scarfone. This lead is cut in half.
And for Steven Scarfone, that has to feel so good. He's had issues at the plate all season long, leads the team in strikeouts, and it was just about time before he got a hold of one. dropping it right over the B in the robo sign out in right center field. That one had to have been at least 370 feet.
So the score now 10-7 off the bat of Steven Scarfone. And with one away, that'll bring up Connor Kiefer. His first pitch shows to bunt. He does go, but the ball not in fair territory. 0-1 the count, and that's not a horrible idea. Going for some small ball to try and get an infield single to get the bats rolling again when there's nobody that's really playing for a bunt right now. The 0-1 pitch. Outside, 1-1. Yeah, that ball off the bat of Scarfone, that ball was absolutely torched, and it carried a long, long way as this park is not lefty friendly. The 1-1 pitch bouncing in the dirt, 2-1 the count. As you know, usually you'll see like about 330 feet down the line. Down the right field line, it's 325. Or down the left field line, it's 325. Down the right field line, it's 342, and it's a double wall. The 2-1 pitch missing inside. Count now 3-1. Tarp Skunks fans starting to come alive here in the bottom of the 8th inning. So, yeah, this field not lefty friendly, but Scarfone coming up with a long bomb that we'll probably talk about the rest of the game. The 3-1 pitch over the outside corner, count now full. And that was a payoff pitch, too. It was a 3-2 fastball that Brian Dawson gave him that essentially said, here's my best fastball. If you can hit it, more props to you. And Brian Dawson had no choice but to give Scarfone the tip of the cap. Kiefer choked up on the bat. The payoff pitch from Brian Dawson. Outside, ball 4. And Kiefer is aboard yet again. The bullpen for the Geneva Redwings motioning to the dugout that he is ready to go out. Brian Dawson looking over at the bullpen and saw this as Nigel Sebastianelli steps up to the plate. Sebastianelli has seen the plate has seen the base path once today. His first pitch shows to bunt, fouled back to the backstop though.
Going back to that home run, the second home run hit by a left-hander here for the Tarp Skunks. Clayton Kaiser had one earlier in the season.
The 0-1. Fouled off again. Sebastianelli quickly down 0-2.
So Steve Scarfone joins the Round Tripper Club.
The 0-2 pitch. Foul tip caught by Arias. And it is a 3-pitch strikeout for Nigel Sebastianelli. So now there are 2 away for Austin Matranga. Kiefer off first. The first pitch. Pop fly, shallow left field, going over his loyal, and he will make the grab for the 3rd out of the inning, but not before the bat of Steven Scarfone comes in handy. 3 runs on his only hit. 3 runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. We're going to go to the top of the 9th now. The lead cut in half. 10-7 Geneva.
If you have one of our pink shirts,
So Nathan Lux will remain on the mound for the top of the 9th inning. Score now 10-7 in Geneva's favor. The batting order for the Geneva Redwings' final at bat is going to be 4-5-6. Zach Butler, Joe Tiroli, and Aiden Alsobrooks. As Zach Butler steps up to the plate, here to take you the rest of the way, it's Dre Guinness.
All right, here we go. Thank you very much, Matty. The top of the 9th inning, and the first pitch to Zach Butler is taken for a strike. Curveball at the knees. This crowd still has life in it. As the next pitch grounded to short, Sebastianelli. Easy play over to Stang, and that's one away. As Joe Tiroli steps in, Tiroli has been a pain in the Tarp Skunks side today, 3 for 4 with a couple RBI. Nathan Lux comes set, and the first pitch is on the outside corner for a strike.
Brilliant curveball by Nathan Lux. That curveball he's been using all day, starting it at the shoulders of the right-handed batter and just letting it drop into the zone.
The 0-1 pitch. There's a line drive base hit into left field. Jones will field it and throw it in. So Tiroli 4 for 5 on the day.
Your thorn in the side reference has paid off because of how true it's been.
And standing in, Aiden Alsobrooks, left-handed hitter. He's 0 for 3 on the day. And the first pitch, it's a curveball on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Lux finding the strike zone now. Snap throw over to first, and it gets away from Stang. Moving over to second, the throw coming in is way too late. So an error on the throw by Lux allows Tiroli to get to second base. Third error on the Tarp Skunks today. 10 runs, 18 hits, 2 errors for the Red Wings. 7 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors for the Skunks. And the pitch. There's a pop-up, fouls territory, Staying underneath it, and he puts it away for the second out. And so that will bring up Braden Kessel. Kessel singled, struck out, popped out short, and was hit by a pitch. So he's had the variety pack at the plate today. As the first pitch taken for a strike. Back to the curveball on the inside corner for Nathan Lux.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
0-1 the count. Checks the runner. The 0-1 pitch off the corner for a ball. 1-1. Cooper Loyal on deck. One and one. Lux with the curveball over the outside corner. 1-2 now. So 1-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Lux get out of the inning without any damage. No runs, 1 hit, 1 runner left. We go to the bottom of the 9th. 10-7, Geneva.
Support for our coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you by Plyler Entry Systems, the Davis Investment Group, and Prevention Works in Casa Trinity. We'd like to thank our sponsors for helping to make this and every live stream of the 2024 season possible. We also encourage all businesses and organizations serving Jamestown and Chautauqua County to consider becoming a Tarp Skunks live stream sponsor for a future season by calling us at 716-705-5600, emailing us at contactus@tarpskunks.net, or using the contact form on our website, tarpskunks.com. All sponsors are recognized during each home game during our live stream broadcast by either Dre or myself, and also by our public address announcer, Jeremy Becker. Thank you to our current sponsors and also to anyone else considering becoming a future sponsor of Jamestown Tarp Skunks baseball. The closer has been entered for the Geneva Redwings. New pitcher on the mound, Southpaw DJ Bruni, will be replacing Tyson Bryant Dawson. DJ Bruni, 5'7", 185. The Southpaw looking to close this game. Tarp Skunks need 3 to tie, 4 to win. The batting order for the Skunks here in the bottom of the ninth is going to be 2, 3, 4. Henry Juwan, Kobe Jones, Bobby Stang. Like I said, it's 3 to tie, 4 to win. We'll see if the Tarp Skunks in their pink jerseys for Strikeout Cancer Night can do just that. And here to tell you all about the bottom of the ninth inning, it's crunch time, Mr. Dre Guinness.
It is crunch time indeed. Juwan, Jones, and Bobby Stang will face the closer for the Geneva Redwings, DJ Bruni. As Henry Juwan is announced here to the delight of the fan base. Juwan, 1 for 4. He's been on base 3 times, 2 errors and a monstrous triple. So here we go, bottom of the ninth inning. First pitch to Juwan. It's taken outside for a ball, 1-0. Juwan waiting. And the pitch. Swing, and there's a drive out towards center field. Also Brooks underneath it, and he pulls it in for the first out. Juwan gave it a ride, but too close to also Brooks for the first out of the inning.
Also Brooks was also playing deeper. He learned his lesson from the triple that Juwan had earlier. However, shading the opposite direction of where the triple was, shading more towards left field. So because of those two adjustments that also Brooks made, that was the only reason why he was able to haul that in.
First pitch to Kobe Jones, taken outside for a ball, 1-0. Jones 3 for 4 on the day. As he pops that one up behind third base, Loyal underneath it, and he puts that one away. And quickly the Skunks down to their final out. Bobby Stang stands in 0 for 4 on the day. And the first pitch. Swing and a miss, and Bobby Stang was thinking 425 to dead center. 0-1 the count. And the pitch, way outside for a ball, 1-1. One the count. The pitch outside for a ball, 2-1. The pitch. Swinging. There's a foul off to the left and out of play. Skunks down to their final strike. The 2-2. Outside for a ball, 3-2. So Stang works the count full. And the pitch. Well off the plate. Ball 4, so Stang keeps it alive with a walk. And that is going to bring up the extra hitter, Aiden Wallace.
And yet at the same time, if you're DJ Bruni, I've been in this situation before. You let a batter on, you're only one out from the final inning of for the end of the game. Bobby Stang means nothing to him.
As the first pitch to Wallace, grounded to third. Tiroli has it, throws on to first, and the ball game is over. Skunks gave it a good effort, but the Red Wings able to put 10 runs, 18 hits, 2 errors on the board. Skunks 7-9-3. The final score here from Russell E. Diethrick Park is 10-7.
Yeah, and it was unfortunate. I mean, 90% of the time, 7 runs should be enough to win you a ball game. You know, like 10-7 is pretty much a football score if that football game was mostly defense. So 7 runs really should be a game winner. But unfortunately, the Geneva Redwings coming out on top and just chipping away inning after inning after inning. It didn't matter who the Skunks put on the mound, whether it was Kalsick, whether it was Berdine, whether it was Lux. They still got to run across on every single pitcher that they face. So the defense, the offense of Geneva just paying off for them today as they now overtake the Jamestown Tarp Skunks in the playoff race. The Skunks move down to 5th and out of the playoff picture while the Geneva Red Wings take their place. So for this week of away games, you've got the Elmira doubleheader tomorrow. You're in Geneva again on Wednesday, and then in Niagara Falls on Thursday. You need to go onto crunch time and make sure that you come out with a newfound determination to come up with at least 3 victories from those 4 games before you come back home for the home finale.
Want to acknowledge the kind words in chat from the Dawson family. Thank you guys very much. It's time for Most Valuable Skunk. And once again, you get to lead off.
Oy, okay. You know what? I'm going to go with Henry Juwan.
Okay.
And the reasoning why, yes, you have the home run from Scarfone, which is great. But Juwan was consistent all day. Saw the base path 3 times, 3 for 5 with 2 error singles. Technically 1 for 5, but in my opinion, 3 for 5. 2 error singles and a triple, scoring twice. Henry Juwan was massive on the base paths today with how good his bat was. He was consistent every time, didn't strike out at all. Whenever he got out, it was by his own bat flying out to one side or the other. You saw what he did in the 9th inning with that long drive to left center. He was consistent with his bat all day. Henry Juwan is my most valuable sinker tonight.
All right, well, I'm going to split mine in half. I'm going to give the first half to Connor Kiefer, who has had a rough season at the plate. Let's not sugarcoat it as it is. 2 for 3 with an RBI and a walk, and was also hit in the back of the head on a very bad call by the home plate umpire saying he was in the field of play. Yeah. And then the other half, I'm going to give it to Steven Scarfone. Again, another guy who's had a rough season at the plate. It's not indicative of how he normally plays. And finally turning around, barreling one up, and sending it out for a 3-run home run. So those are my split most valuable skunks.
All right, so as we said, don't forget, you will only get to hear the voices of Dre and myself one more time this season. Next Friday is our home finale as the Batavia Muck Dogs come to town for Christmas in July night. Home finale fireworks to follow after the game is done. Do not forget about it. It is plenty of time in advance. Mark it down in your calendars. Our only goal is to pack this house for our home finale. We want to make sure that houses 4 blocks down can hear the cheering of Tarp Skunks fans on our home finale. Only one game left, so let's make it count. Dre, I'm expecting you'll do the same. Thank you so much for being a part of this season with me. It was a blast being your partner. One game left, let's make it count. We are going to step away as we head out for the night. We will see you next Friday as the Muck Dogs come to town with the Tarp Skunks YouTube channel. I'm Matty G alongside Mr. Dre Guinness saying
Good night, everybody.